Today I wanted to show you that I want to get some artwork for this section of our bathroom here. Just beside the toilet there's this really big blank thing, and what I'm looking at getting, provided the sizing is right, this eucalyptus framed art from Temple and Wester, but I have to see first what size I want and how expensive the shipping is too, because like I'm happy to pay that much, but it's also a little bit pushing it and I'm a bit worried about the shipping. So let me get my tape measure out and do a measure up to see what I would like in this space here. Now let's see how much shipping is going to be. Oh yeah, $20! Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna think on it a little bit because it is a big expensive decision to make. I have some tax money left over for this, but I really want to put something in this space. And if you guys remember from a previous vlog, I added in that there because this bathroom isn't getting redone for like a while, which is fine. It's just like design sort of things that I've been slowly working on. Like I painted this green. Not super in love with the green, like I painted that years ago, and I also need to find something to sit up there, but I think this will make me happy because, well, it will, because there's just this big blank space next to the toilet. Hey everybody, it is Sunday the 5th of September. Oh, I'm getting pulled. I'm taking Kubi for a walk. It's Father's Day today. I was supposed to be walking with my dad because that with coronavirus restrictions in New South Wales at the moment, regional New South Wales, that's the only way that you can socialise with someone that you don't live with, is to go for a walk with them. But it was raining all day, except it stopped now, but it was raining all of Saturday and most of Sunday, so we decided just to have a video chat, which was really nice to do that. And while it wasn't raining, I thought I'd take the opportunity to take the little cutie out. I also just wanted to jump on sort of quickly and talk about this feeling that I was having this morning when I was getting dressed and I'd pulled my pants on but not my shirt. And, oh, just so you know, like, you know, personal and stuff, so maybe give you guys a TMI warning, but I do like to talk about sort of like body image and how I'm feeling in my body and things like that. But it just kind of hit me since Daniel and I are kind of gearing up to have kids soon, that this is like, this moment that I'm in my body right now is very fleeting and it's probably not going to be the same again. There is a chance that, particularly I was sort of thinking about my stomach because I've had a lot of issues with that mentally a couple of months ago, and I've been following some really good accounts on Instagram like the Words Papaya and Dana Mercer, so they're really great. I'll leave a link to their channels down below if you guys want some body positivity. I was just looking at my stomach, so this morning when I pulled on some pants that I actually bought that fit me properly instead of trying to squish myself into pants that don't fit anymore. That's a hot tip if you're feeling like you're bulging out everywhere. Make sure you pick clothing that actually fits your body and don't be ashamed about that. And I was just thinking, what the friggin' hell was I worrying about? Hopefully soon I'll, you know, be sporting a ginormous belly, and then, yeah, and I'm hoping that I'll be thinking that I'm looking pretty great because there's going to be a baby in there. But also just afterwards, provided, you know, even if loose skin isn't an issue for me and that like sort of my stomach returns the way, my body is still going to be really different and it's never going to be as sort of young and fit and trim unless I sort of put a lot of work into it. But there's still no guarantees. Like, you can still exercise, do all the right things, eat all the right things, and it just is a fact that it just might not ever go back to the way that it was. So it was just a weird moment where I was like, why are we always so not grateful of what we have until we go into another stage of life and kind of realize, I guess, how good we had it, or just realize that we didn't really have anything to worry about. So I'm trying to remember that, so that when I am in another stage in my body, I'm grateful for where I am regardless. And if you're struggling as well, definitely go check out those Instagram accounts that I talked about. I'll leave a link down below as well because they're both fantastic. Cooper is a good boy. He is half pug, and the other parts of him is a quarter Jack Russell and a quarter Cavalier, so he has a bit of a pug nose but not super squashed, and he's got the high tail, as you can see. But we're just going for a walk along the road near where we live. It's really beautiful here. A lot of people walk their animals here, and pretty lucky that when we're exercising I don't have to wear a mask, which is really lovely. disappearing. God, look at it.
Always you need to always.
This man has got like 6 Labradors. I used to sit, like, I remember seeing him walking 2 first, and then he walked 3, and then 4, and like, oh, it's crazy. He's a really nice man. I don't really know him, but he has lots of Labradors. Hey everybody, I have no idea what angle to do, so I'm just doing this. But it is Saturday the 11th of September, and I just wanted to jump on and have a bit of a chat about my week. I've been so tired this week, and I just didn't realise how much I didn't feel like myself until I've had this Saturday to actually do things at home and not be working all the time, which is like, I'm gonna need a bigger baking tray. Which is the thing that's been sapping all my energy. Well, not just that, but I've only been able to utilise my energy during work hours, so it's been kind of sucky, but I feel good today. I actually missed a video last week because I was so tired, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll like stop doing 2 videos a week, but I'm gonna try and edit them and get them scheduled on the weekend, so I should be right. But anyways, we'll see. This week at work has been super intense because of coronavirus. I'm in regional New South Wales in Australia, and coronavirus has been pretty good. Down here we haven't had a case since the start of the pandemic, and I think it was from like a traveller, not like a local person, and things have just sort of exploded Thursday and Friday. Sydney is really bad at the moment, and it was sort of spreading into other parts of regional New South Wales, so it hadn't reached just yet at the start of this week. But we were getting a lot of calls from customers because a lot of venues have been shut down across New South Wales, but hardware stores, and I'm the administration manager for a chain of hardware stores, was allowed to be open. And so our business is one of the few ones that is open. That's the hard part, so I'm just going to do this. And we were getting a lot of calls from people saying, like, by the end of the week, or by midweek, we knew what they were going to say, because this has been kind of happening for a couple of weeks. But one, they'll ring us up and they'll say, are you open? And then we'll just know what's coming next. And when we go, yes, we're open, we're an essential business, they will say then, so can I come in and buy X product? And that's where we've had to be quite clear with everyone and say, look, it's not up to us to decide what you need to shop for. You're supposed to only be coming in and shopping for essential items. Seedlings are not essential, but if your toilet breaks, then you need to come in and buy stuff. But what we've just been saying to people is, we don't know, using your personal circumstances, what is essential and what is not. But yes, we are open. And so that's been a bit tiring, but it's been okay. But enter Thursday. So I've got to stand up. That was really bad for my back. Enter Thursday, lunchtime. I picked up the phone to this to begin with, but we had like a couple of calls straight after that some of my other admin staff took. And the person was like, oh, is it true that your store is a COVID location, a confirmed location that has had someone with COVID in the store? And at this point, we hadn't really heard anything. So I was like, no, like, we haven't been advised this by New South Wales Health. And we got a couple more calls, some saying that their doctor and their specialist had told them, but there's been plenty of rumours flying in the community before this. One said that like a local factory had closed down a couple of weeks ago, but it hadn't. So we were kind of a bit like, oh, come on, like, leave us the F alone. Like, we are just trying to do our job and you're interrupting us. Plus, also follow the health advice. Like, we are not your COVID hotline. The good thing about Australia, and particularly with New South Wales Health, is that they will post the locations of COVID cases when they've been confirmed. And so you can go online and you can look, you can ring a COVID hotline, you don't have to be ringing these businesses. And Then we found out that a local caravan park had published a letter saying that us and another chain electronics store was a confirmed location. And at this point, we hadn't had any confirmation still from New South Wales Health that we were at a location, which was very frustrating for us. And then, you know, come later on that night, we found out that we were, and it was posted, and my boss did confirm it from New South Wales Health. But it was very stressful having to be the people on the phone answering these questions, and I can't even imagine what it would have been like to be in store with people, but it was just so frustrating. And I just sort of say, like, can everybody not sensationalize things? Can they just stick to the facts and what actual places post, like official bodies of people, not rumours or hearsay, because it's really frustrating for the people that have to deal with that. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna finish the rest of the dinner, which is chicken Kievs, and later on, once that's cooked, I'm gonna do some veggies. But thank you for listening to me whinge, because it's been really frustrating, and here's an update and why I've been so like mentally exhausted this week, and I'm really glad it's the weekend and I've had a lovely day.